Rachel Zegler's apology tour for the Snow White remake has begun. She's gone from a complete 180 from saying this:
the cartoon was made 85 years ago, therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to women being in roles of power,
to saying this:
the cartoon is so beloved. It's like a monumental moment in film history. The first feature-length cartoon movie.
All of a sudden, it's not this forbidden thing from 1937 that needs to be changed and fixed. Now it's a classic animated film, which is what we've been saying all along.
I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. When I tell you that it's hard, I just mean to be inside my brain. And I'm there 24/7, I can't get out of it.
The Walt Disney Company is currently facing a tough period, with several setbacks in recent years. 2023 brought multiple challenges across different divisions, and even this year hasn't been much better. Looking ahead, 2025 is a critical year for Bob Iger as he aims to steer Disney back on course. However, the road ahead seems bumpy. Recent test screenings for Captain America 4 didn't land as expected, leaving many concerned about its future success. Additionally, the upcoming Snow White 2025 release is already predicted to fall short of expectations. Following these releases, Disney has more projects lined up, but the outlook remains uncertain. One of the biggest talking points about Snow White 2025 is the ongoing damage control by key players like writer Greta Gerwig, director Mark Webb, and even Rachel Zegler, though her star power is debatable at this point. They've been trying hard to manage the backlash surrounding the film and the behind-the-scenes drama. Right now, the movie is heading into reshoots this December in a last-ditch attempt to salvage the third act and improve the overall flow. While they're hopeful these changes will help in future test screenings, there's a lot of skepticism about whether it will actually make a difference. As for Rachel Zegler, her controversial stance on DEI and other Disney-related agendas has made waves, particularly with those who oppose these ideas. Meanwhile, Disney, under Bob Iger's aggressive cost-cutting measures, has made significant cuts. One notable move involved canceling several scenes featuring Zegler's acting and singing, which has added another layer of complexity to the film's troubled production. Recently opened up about her experience working on Snow White 2025, expressing both pride and frustration. She called the project the achievement of a lifetime, but revealed how disappointed she was with the numerous changes made to the film. Zegler voiced concerns about the unfair treatment of young actresses in the industry, sharing that many scenes she was proud of, particularly those highlighting modern female empowerment, were cut or altered. In her words, some of her best performances, including both singing and acting, were removed, leaving her disheartened. Zegler explained that she has been working closely with Greta Gerwig to resolve these issues, but Disney ultimately decided to take the film in a different direction. She's now realizing how common it is for younger actresses to face this kind of treatment, and she's determined to challenge it. Zegler also mentioned that some of the scenes that were cut would have been especially magical for younger audiences. She explained her vision for the film, which included reimagining Snow White's name as a symbol of her strength for surviving a snowstorm, emphasizing the theme of female empowerment. To her, this story has always been about empowering women, and she believed it was crucial to present it that way. It's interesting to hear Rachel Zegler speak about the unfairness in the film industry and how she expected this kind of treatment as a young actress just starting out. Her comments, however, come across as somewhat entitled, as she seems focused on the specific demands of younger actresses like herself. There's a sense that she's positioning herself as a victim of the industry, which feels a bit self-centered. What's ironic is that Zegler is now upset about her own scenes being cut from Snow White 2025, given that back in 2022, she had no issue when her co-star Andrew Burnap faced a similar situation. She casually remarked, "It's Hollywood, baby," about his scenes possibly being cut. Now, it seems the tables have turned, and her reaction has done a complete 180. This whole situation is even more intriguing when considering that the people behind the movie, like director Mark Webb and writer Greta Gerwig, have openly pushed their own agendas. They've said this movie tackles issues like sexism and misogyny, echoing themes we often hear from the Walt Disney Company lately. It's not surprising, then, to see an entitled attitude from an actress involved in a film like this. There's also been no shortage of drama behind the scenes, particularly between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler, with reports of personal issues and creative differences adding to the film's troubled production. Rachel Zegler continued to defend the changes made to Snow White 2025, saying, "We absolutely had to change the meaning of the name Snow White to bring something fresh. You'll understand what I mean when you see it visually next year." However, she admitted her frustration that some of the scenes she was proud of didn't make the final cut. Zegler expressed disappointment that studios don't seem willing to adapt or experiment to bring something new for younger audiences discovering the character for the first time. She stated, "It's a tough business and it's flat out unfair. I believe I deserve better treatment, but what can you do?" This kind of perspective, where actresses feel frustrated by opposition or the lack of flexibility from studios, seems to be a growing trend. We've seen similar sentiments from other projects, like the Acolyte series with actresses like Jodie Turner-Smith, Amanda Stenberg, and creator Leslie Headland. Now, the live-action Snow White is facing its own set of challenges. With a budget exceeding $300 million, including marketing, this film is a major investment for Disney, and it's not looking good for Bob Iger or Rachel Zegler's track record. Unfortunately for Zegler, many of the projects she's been part of haven't seen much success, spanning multiple studios. This could be another blow to her resume if Snow White 2025 underperforms. Now anyway guys, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.